Hello, everybody. I'm Scott with White Horse Racing, and we are at the SRA League race this evening, and we're going to be qualifying here in just a moment for the race this evening. It is at Oulton Park, and so we're going to take you with us on this particular race. We have not had a lot of time to prepare for this particular race, and so we are very curious to see how this is all going to pan out for us. And so, once again, we are at Oulton Park, and we're getting ready to do the qualification here. And as soon as we do that, we are going to be ready to engage in the race today.
That's the end of the session, B29.
And so now we are taking off from the pits right now. And so we are up and running. And we are getting into qualification. And we're hoping to do fairly well. We know we're probably going to be at the back of the pack because we have not had a lot of time to, once again, practice a lot here at Oulton Park this week.
Your exit's clear. Watch the white line. Okay,
we're going
Scott,
to
we've got 19 minutes to do
allow
the
the guy up front there to kind of get up and moving down out of the way there a little bit. Get our tires warmed up, and we are off. And here we go. Tires and brakes and all that stuff still cold. A little while to get everything warmed up here. Bring the tires up to temperature.
Slow car ahead. Cut detected.
Okay, Scott, we need to watch the track limits.
Still seem a little cold here. Tire's not quite up to par just yet. Working on it. Give them an opportunity to grip up a little bit.
Yellow flag in sector 1. Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Yellow flag. Incident clear. Green flag. Fastest lap for Mills, 139.04.
A little bit too
Yellow
hot
flag,
coming
blue
around
flag.
that corner. A little too hot coming around the corner. Try her again here and see if we can find an open spot to get out in.
Clear left. The exit's clear, don't cross the white line. We're clear of the incident, green flag. Remaining, 15 minutes to go.
We are only allowed out for the first 10 minutes, so we'll have to get this done as best we can here and get around a full lap within that 10 minutes, which is really kind of a pain. But because we have a split in the division, it has to be that way.
You're a second off in sector 1.
Lost a little bit of time coming around there.
Flag in sector 2.
Yellow flag. Green flag, all clear.
This is the universal bus.
See, Cameron has gone off. Sector 3 is green. Sector 2 is 2.6, off the face.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
Yellow flag in sector 1. We think Gay has crashed.
Yellow flag ahead, be careful.
Yellow flag.
Well done, mate.
The yellow.
Fastest
It's in
lap.
clear. Green flag. The guy behind has just done a 114.76. Okay, Scott, 10 minutes to go. That's 10 minutes left. The guy ahead has just posted a 137.70. Sector 2 is 2.4 seconds off the pace. That's your quickest lap in this
Well done,
session.
mate. This is me, Russell.
Sector 3 is 1.1 seconds off the pace.
Detected.
Yellow flag, stay sharp.
All right. Well, we got 11th place there in the first cut. We're going to probably get bumped down because the second half of our league is now going out. And so, again, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how all of this pans out and where we get bumped down to. So we're just going to have to wait and see exactly what happens here. Right now we've got 11th place, but again, we're going to be getting bumped down from that because the other drivers are still having to get up there and to get out there and get their lap times in. So we're going to have to watch and see how far down we actually go. But with that being said, we're going to go back in here now, I think, and we'll go to the setup, and we're going to reload the setup so that we have plenty of fuel. And we're going to go back in and check our pit strategy to make sure that we're in good shape there. Again, we're taking 60 liters of fuel. That keeps us pretty light in the beginning. And then we're gonna, when we pit, you only have to take 1 liter, but we're gonna take another 45, of course, to get us through the rest of the race. And so the idea is to keep the car as light as possible. You know, that's a lot of fuel that you're carrying around from the very beginning if you put 104 liters in there. And so we're going to try it this way and kind of split it up just a little bit, and it might cause us to have to kind of slow down a little bit there at the pit when we come in for our pit, but I think it'll keep the car lighter, which will give us the opportunity to get a little bit better lap time as we go around. So that's what that strategy is all about. And so that is ready to go, and we should be in good shape there. Tires should be relatively where we need them to be because we've worked on those this week, and so those should be all right. And we are going to go back here very quickly. I'm going to go over into the drive here, and I'm just going to check my pit strategy, and I'm going to turn tires off because I don't want tires to be changed. Suspension, bodywork. I'll probably just leave that. I might leave that on just in case I have any problems with suspension. And that might change once we get out of qualifying and we go into the actual race. And so we're just going to have to kind of see. But again, exciting. Oulton Park has really been a very tough track for us because there are some hidden turns there and some things that we're not used to, and the different chicanes of this track and the elevations and what have you. Some guys doing very, very, very well. and getting in some really good lap times. And some of us really having a hard time trying to conquer this. You know, you almost need more time than just a couple of days to try to get used to this particular track. But again, it's going to be a lot of fun, and we're going to go ahead and do the very best that we can. We've been bumped down from 11 down to 16 so far, and there's still 5 more minutes left. So I suspect that we will probably come down another couple of places yet before we actually get down into the race. So we're going to be starting from the middle of the pack, and it's going to be interesting to see how we can fight our way back up. This is a very, very narrow track. It's like racing on a sidewalk. And so, because it's so thin, and the overtaking possibilities here are really slim to none. There's really not a lot of places that you can overtake on this narrow track.
5 minutes left.
And so, once again, it's going to be very interesting to see how all of this pans out for us, and whether we're able to fight our way up through the pack to get a little bit closer to that top 10 or not. And that's what we're shooting for, top 10. If we can get into the top 10 this evening, I think we're going to do very well on this track. Pole position probably not within our reach this particular time around, unless there are a whole lot of accidents, which could happen at Oulton Park, and I look for that to happen, by the way. And so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens here, and if everybody can stay on the track. You know, I was here for the practice a little bit earlier, and people were practicing going around the track, and some guys getting really good lap times, but when you look at their timetables, you know, they were cutting the track, you know, in order to get those laps in. And so I'm very curious to see here at Oulton Park, you know, these guys that are really getting these top lap times, are they going to be able to maintain those top lap times? And if that's going to be something that is going to be something that they could sustain throughout the whole race. And again, the race is for 1 hour, so we have a 1 hour race. And it's going to be, you've got to stay consistent. You've got to stay consistent. And again, that's going to be our problem. You know, staying consistent on this track is really tough, especially if you are holding a good lap time, because there are just so many places that can take you out just like that. Just a flick of the foot, a flick of the wheel, being in the wrong gear, missing a gear, over shifting a gear accidentally. Anything you do like that, this track will throw you off. And so again, it's a treacherous track. It's a lot of fun to drive, but we're going to see how this all pans out, and if this is going to be something that is going to be sustainable for a lot of the top drivers. And we have a lot of really, really good drivers here in Division 6, and so it's going to be really tough to see how in the world this all shakes out at the end. But we have 2 minutes, 36 seconds, and we are going to be on the road. I think that what we'll do here is we'll take just a quick break here for a couple of minutes. We'll be right back, and we'll get into the race at Oulton Park. Stay with us.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go.
All right, and we are back again, and we are just waiting to get out on track here. And for the race to actually start, hasn't quite started just yet. Qualifying sessions are over, and we are at the back of the pack this evening. A few guys, just like us, did not have a tremendous qualifying time. And therefore, we are at the back of the pack. So we're going to have to fight our way up to the top. Right now, if we go back to the race screen here, we can see that we are in 26th position out of 34. So we're number 26 out of 34. And we're going to have to fight our way up. And it's going to be interesting to see how we can do that and if we can do that. And again, I think a lot of this really does have to do with consistency. Are you going to be able to stay on the track consistently or not? And so we're going to see how this all pans out. Hats off to those guys up there in the upper echelon that had a good lap time. These guys really, I don't know how they do it. They really have done a great job of putting in some excellent lap times. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they battle it out. You know, after we actually get done with the race, I always like to save the replay so we can go back and take a look at how those lead drivers did what they did, you know. And again, Dyer is at the top. We have MZ in second place and Sonner in third.
That's the end of the session, B26.
And that's who's going to be starting out on the grid this evening. And so we are just waiting right now to get
pit window opens
out
after
there.
2:30, 60 minutes.
Still waiting.
B26.
And we are actually on the grid right now. Of course, they won't let us go on until the 30-second countdown. When we count down 30 seconds, then they'll let you in. I want to make sure our MFD for the pit is up, because every once in a while it'll have tires checked, and when we come in for the pits, we do not want tires. We don't want that. And so, you know, this is very difficult getting in and out of the pits, too. I'm going to be very curious to see who gets a pit penalty. We're going to try not to. We did last time during the practice race. We got a pit penalty because the pits are just very sneaky to get into, very difficult to get into. Coming around that curve, you're wanting to really push and get up there. And then coming out of the pits also is right on the apex, right in the driving line. I don't know why in the world they put it there, but they did. And that's where it is. And so you really have to watch your track map and know and understand your rear view mirrors, you know, what's going on behind you before you come out of the pits. And so it's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of places that you can get caught up in an accident, no matter how fast you are, which would put you at the back. And then you have to fight your way back up to the front. And so I'm very curious to see how this race is going to pan out. I'm excited about it. And so we are down here to the last minute. We have 1 minute left before the race starts, and we're going to be getting into it. I was wondering here, I want to check and see if our teammate is in today. Doesn't look like Brother May is in today. He must not have been able to make it. I was hoping he'd be able to make it this evening. I don't see him there. But that's okay. That's okay. We're going to do the best we can. And we're just going to forge on
30
ahead.
seconds.
30 seconds. We're in. Come down here. And again, it has that changed tire. We want to take that off of there. We don't want that. I'll leave the suspension on there. We are started up here and we're ready to go. And I'm curious. I'm very curious as to how this is all going to work out. This is a tough track, and first lap, if we can stay alive the first lap without getting any damage, that's going to be a big plus for us.
Stay single file.
You know, at the back of the pack, it's very easy if somebody goes off course up ahead on this narrow road. It's going to be tough to stay out of it. And so it looks like we are at the rolling start. Hopefully the guys up there are beginning to roll already. Here we go. And, you know, just take a look at this sidewalk that we're racing on. It is literally a sidewalk. You can't hardly even warm up your tires because this track is so narrow. It is a treacherous track. It is a fun track, and it is a challenging track, but it is very narrow. And so we're just kind of trying to warm those tires up. We want those tires up to be up at temperature, as close to temperature as we can get them, and before we get around to actually starting the race. I don't know what's going on here. Somebody stopped. And if you're wondering why cars are going through cars, if you've never seen Assetto Corsa Competizione before, you cannot have a collision on the very first warm-up lap. Yeah, not until the lights go green. When the lights go green, immediately you can have a collision, but you can't have a collision in the lap warm-up here. So that keeps everybody kind of out of the fray while you're trying to get around the track and warm your car up. The tires are staying cold. Not much I can do to warm them up. I think we're kind of stuck with them that way until we get rolling.
Follow car number 792.
All right, we got to double up again. Doggone it. Almost got off track right there trying to catch up. And on this side, car 792. There we go. Okay, I think this is it. That's always a treacherous thing. Trying to get caught up when, because you go single file and then you got to double back up again. It looks like that's Brother May ahead of us. Is that Brother May ahead of us? I think it looks like him. I can't tell if he's got our logo there.
Go, 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 go.
All right, here we go.
Right side.
Clear on the right.
Hold your line. Still there.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Clear right. Car right. Clear right.
Making our way through the first lap as always.
Car right. Right side's clear. On your clear left.
People hit their brakes in the middle of the race. Not a good idea.
2 minutes. Okay, Scott. Decent start. We can build something from here.
And we are just trying to get our tires warmed up here. That's the main thing we're interested in this first lap. Just getting those tires to bring up, get the brakes warmed up.
On your right.
Car on the right.
What in the heck is this all about?
Clear left. Yellow flag.
Why would you try to pass somebody on a hairpin turn like that on the first lap?
Just ignore it.
That's the kind of thing that drives you crazy.
Green flag, you're clear. Yellow flag. Green flag, you're clear.
All right.
Pit window opens in 1 minute.
Definitely not warmed up yet.
Place.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Incident sector 3, yellow flag. Sector 3 is clear. Okay, Scott. Pit window open.
Slow car ahead.
There's that treacherous curve. I hate that curve.
Yellow flag, be careful.
I really hate that curve. That is a tough one. Really got to get
Slow
used to
car
that.
Green flag.
It can leave you in a world of hurt real quick, that turn.
Well,
17th place.
fastest lap so far.
Little bit of a
It's all right here.
bottleneck
Keep your
there.
exit speeds up and stay smooth.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Slow car ahead.
That's a new fastest lap for Gaia, 135.64. P17.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. The gap in front is now 1.0 seconds.
Got a little sideways there.
Gaining on the track
Left side.
73. Well done,
Clear
mate.
left.
That's not bad.
Okay, Scott. There'll be chances here. Let's make sure we can take them. P15. Stewards have warned us about track limits. Keep it between the lines.
Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front.
They're off
Yellow
there.
flag.
Treacherous road.
Incident clear. Back to green flag. Yellow flag. The incident's clear. Green flag. New fastest lap for Gaia, 135.59. clear right.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Okay, Scott, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes. Yellow flag. Incident clear, green flag. Yellow flag. The gap in front has increased, it's now about 1.1 seconds. Green flag,
Yellow
incident
flag,
clear,
sector
good lap.
3.
That's your best in the session. Sector 2 is 1.9 seconds, off the pace. Sector 3 is clear, green flag. Okay, mate, we really think you should pass this guy. That's your quickest lap.
Sector 1. Well done, mate. That's not bad. There's a slow car ahead.
The gap ahead is now 0.45.
Just our best.
Your lap times are improving. This is exactly what we need. Okay, Scott, just cut
Yellow
the track.
flag in sector 2.
Wasting a lot of time here. Get your elbows out and force the pass. Yellow flag. You're clear. Incident clear. Yellow flag.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Green flag. You're clear of the incident.
Slow car ahead.
B15. The stewards have warned us for cutting the track. Keep it between the white lines.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Spin dip. Green flag in sector 2.
Yellow flag, be careful.
The gap in front is now 0.6 on your clear right.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
B14.
Proceed fast as now.
off your fuel. Pressure on, don't give him a break.
Slow car ahead.
Car right.
Car on the right. Clear on the
Right
right.
side's clear. Clear right. Car
Car
right.
on the right. Clear on the right.
Clear right. Great move. Keep it up. The gap in front has increased to 8.3 seconds.
Yellow flag in sector 3.
Sector 3 is now yellow. Green flag, sector 3. The gap behind has increased to 1.9 seconds.
There's a slow car ahead.
Place. Pay attention to track limits, please, Scott.
I think what we might do here is might try to go into the pit.
What's your speed limit in the pits? We expect you'll be coming out of the pits into clear air. When we leave the pits, we think we'll be in P19, a few seconds behind gate.
Mandatory stop is now clear. Let's go, 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 go.
Pit exit looks clear. Blue flag. Yellow flag, sector 3. Green flag, sector 3. Okay, Scott, you're reeling, camera in. The gap is now 17 seconds. seconds. That lap was at 1:37.85.
Yellow flag ahead, watch out. There's a slow car up ahead. We're at the halfway mark, keep pushing.
Okay, Scott, you're halfway home. Got plenty of fuel.
Car on the
On your
right.
right, blue flag.
Faster car is approaching.
Right
Clear
side's
on the
clear.
right.
Sector 1, yellow flag. Yellow flag.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Incident clear, green flag.
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yellow flag, stay sharp. Blue
Faster
flag.
car is approaching. Pressure also on left rear. Yellow flag, be careful there.
Incident clear, back to green flag. Green flag in sector 2, P17. The gap to Cameron ahead is now 0.8.
Faster car coming up behind, watch out.
right side.
Car on the right.
He's still
Clear
there.
on the
Clear
right.
right. Well done, Scott. Good pass. Nice front.
Faster cars approaching. Watch out. Faster cars approaching.
You're reeling this guy in. The gap's now 0.9. Double chances here. Let's make sure we can take him. 15th place.
Car on the
Car
left.
left. Clear left.
Clear on the left.
On your
Car on
right.
the right. Clear on the right.
Side's clear. Good pass. V14.
You're given a warning for exceeding track limits.
We've just had a warning for cutting the track. Yellow flag sector 3. Green flag in sector 3. The gap behind is now 1.7. Sector 3 is yellow.
Pressure loss on the left front.
Green flag in sector 3. Car in front is
Car
better.
on the right. Clear on the right.
in front is now 8.7 seconds. Minutes remaining, you've got 20 minutes left.
Car on the left.
Clear
on the left. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Car right. Still there. Clear right. Okay, Scott. Run out of track limits. Keep it between the lines. Yellow flag. Green flag. Car right. Clear right.
Clear on the right.
B15.
Clear on the right.
Clear right. The car behind is pitting.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Clear right. The gap in front is now 5.4.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 12 seconds. Scott. 15 minutes left. That's 15 minutes. The gap ahead is now 5.0. Just cut the track.
Losing time to the car in front.
Car right.
Sector 2.
Clear right.
There's a slow car up ahead.
Car
on
on
the
the right
right.
side's clear.
Clear on the right.
14th. The leader, Dyer, is pitting. Stay between the lines, please, Scott. Ellis is pitting from position 11. You should come out a little way behind you. B30.
Yellow flag in sector 2.
Yellow flag, sector 2. Sector 2 is clear. You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now 6.3 seconds. You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go. Okay, Scott, don't think about the lap times, just hit each and every apex, P12. To Ellis, behind is now 11 seconds. Lap was at 138.84.
Come on now.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
It looks like Mills has stacked it. Green flag sector 1. About track limits. Okay, Scott, we're gaining on the car in front. The gap's now 4.9 seconds.
Yellow flag, be careful.
Yellow flag. Right side's clear. Incident clear, green flag. That's 5 minutes to go, 5 minutes. Yellow flag, stay sharp.
Losing pressure on the left rear.
Green flag, incident clear. The pit window closes in 2 minutes. Okay, Scott, you've got 10 minutes of fuel remaining. Car on right side's clear. The gap to Ellis behind is now 12 seconds. Pit window closes in 1 minute.
Slow car ahead.
Right side.
Car on the right. Clear on the
Right
right.
side's clear.
Big window is closed.
There's a car exiting the pits, heads up. That's 2 minutes left, 2 minutes. Last lap.
right, the best
Yeah,
you could.
good finish,
I
mate,
mean,
well
go
done.
back.
All right, very good. Wow, what a race that was. My hands are sweating, and boy, I tell you what, it was a little warm in here. Should have opened up a window. Pretty good. I think we did all right there. Wanted to get up into the top 10. Don't know that we made that. I think we still got into 11th place there. But get in here very quickly and save the replay so we can watch this a little bit later on. Great race, though. I tell you what, a lot of guys, and that track is so treacherous, and that was what I said in the beginning is consistency. We came up from the back of the pack, 29th, all the way up into 11th, hitting on, almost got into the 10th place there. And what a race it was. It was really a good race. And so I just want to take a look at this last highlight there. Coming across the finish line, looks like 11th place is what we've got. And so not very bad coming up from 29th place. I think we did okay. Not bad at all. Very last lap there. So, with that being said, what a great time that we had here at Oulton Park, and we're moving on, I think, to Mount Panorama next week. So, if you have not been with us, again, you want to stay with us next week for Mount Panorama. We'll see you then.